Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As you know that on Saturday and Sunday, we do a very special session with the special dignitaries who are attending our Jalsa Salana. And again this year we have some very special guests, and inshallah we'll be hearing from them shortly. But we will start this session with recitation of the Holy Quran, and I request Fahim Zafrullah Sahib to come and recite the Holy Quran, please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Jazakallah. Now, as you know that we have both people who are in attendance at the Jalsa, but besides that we get a very large number of goodwill messages from both dignitaries in the UK and abroad, and we have put together a collage of few of these videos for you to enjoy.
I bring greetings from the Houses of Parliament to all my friends in the Ahmadiyya community and to His Highness Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmed.
I want to pay tribute to the leadership of His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad and his tireless advocacy for peace and justice.
The Ahmadiyya Muslim community has long made a valuable contribution to promoting dialogue, welcoming people of all backgrounds and encouraging us to work together for the common good.
By building bridges between people of different backgrounds and beliefs, you help strengthen the bonds that unite us. I wish His Holiness and all attendees a successful and inspiring convention.
On behalf of the City of Edinburgh, can I first of all thank the community here in Edinburgh, but also the community worldwide for the wonderful work that you do.
I also want to say thank you for your work on the global stage, particularly for the way in which you pioneer freedom of religion or belief for all people.
And for convening this convention on the most important subjects of the day, which are peace and justice, without which the world cannot survive.
And can I thank you also for the generous service you give to your local neighbourhoods.
Your enduring commitment to the principle of love for all and hatred for none is a powerful reminder of the values that can bring hope to all our communities and to the world.
Thank you very much. So this afternoon, our first speaker is Dr. Caroline Howe, who is the National Director of Aid to the Church in Need. Caroline was appointed as the National Director in 1922. The charity's aims are to promote awareness and raise support for the persecuted church around the world and to advocate for freedom of religion. We work closely with Caroline, and also this year they have a stall in the exhibition marquee at Jalsa Salana on the freedom of religion. Caroline is a good friend of the community, and I invite her to address the Jalsa.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for that kind introduction. I am Caroline Hull, and I'm here today to share with you the pain and the burden of what it's like to be someone who's persecuted for his or her faith. I speak to you as a Christian, as a Catholic, as a member of the largest religion in the world, but many, many Christians are persecuted around the world, and I know that the Ahmadi suffer terribly as well. I've been to Pakistan, I've seen what it's like there, I've been to other countries where religious minorities are suffering. So I want you to know that I and my community stand with you. We stand with the Ahmadi community. We want to work with you to make the world a better and safer place where no one is forced to suffer simply for peaceably following his or her own religious belief. I ask you most humbly and gratefully to come to our stall and add your signature to our Article 18 petition. So important to the Ahmadi. We all know Sir Karfullah Khan and the role that he had in standing up to say that no person should be persecuted for his faith. So thank you so much for inviting me today, for being so welcoming. And I know that you walk alongside me just like I walk alongside you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Caroline. We will now share a video message from the Right Honourable Jeremy Hunt, who is a Member of Parliament for Godalming and Ash, and was previously the MP for Islamabad area. Jeremy has held very senior positions in the UK government as the former Chancellor of the Exchequer and as the former Foreign Secretary of the United Kingdom. He has met Hazrat Anwar many times and is a strong supporter of the Jamaat and a very good friend. Now we'll listen to his message.
Jeremy Hunt. The Ahmadi community has championed in so many places around the globe, and it could not be more needed at a time of global tension and strife, with wars and suffering happening across the world. We all need to remember that central message: love for all, hatred for none. My very best wishes for a fantastic Jalsa.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Our next speaker is another friend, Bobby Dean, who is a Member of Parliament for Carshalton and Wallington. Bobby has previously served as a local councillor and has also advised charities tackling global poverty. Bobby is a very close friend of the community and is a member of the all-party parliamentary group for the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. He has spoken at a number of our events, and I welcome him back to Jalsa and invite him to say a few words.
Thank you, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here once again at Jalsa Salana, and I'm grateful for the invitation to join you at this amazing gathering. I really am taken aback by the scale every time I come here. Over 50,000 people due to attend over the course of the weekend from over 100 countries. It really is a remarkable effort, and I just want to put on the record my thanks to the volunteers who make this happen. I saw the list of them. If you used to try and employ them all, it would cost you a fortune. And I've had the pleasure of going around the catering production line and seeing the amount of bread that's produced alone is phenomenal. And all of this is done by volunteers, so they really deserve our gratitude. Also, what I'm impressed by about this event is the spirit behind it. Jalsa Salana is about faith, yes, but also about friendship, about service, and about peace. It's about people from all over the world coming together and having that shared commitment to community, compassion, and understanding. And at this time, in the moment we're living in the world right now, it feels so divided. I think events like this are incredibly important. I also want to take a moment to recognise the global development work. My career before I entered Parliament was in international development. I had the pleasure of visiting the Humanity First exhibition previously, and the work that you are doing around the globe is stunning and also needed more than ever because, as you all know, some major countries, the US and the UK included, are cutting back their aid budgets. But this community is stepping up and ensuring that vital funding can still go towards things like education, healthcare, clean water, disaster relief, all these absolutely basic needs of humanity. You guys are stepping up and contributing in that respect. Ahmadi Muslims make a huge contribution to my community in Carshalton and Wallington. We're just minutes from the mosque in Morden, and the amount of charity work that they do on the ground is also incredible, as well as trying to support our public services, interfaith work, and simply being good neighbours. Finally, I want to acknowledge His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Mazur Ahmad for his message of peace. Many of the speakers already have remarked upon that slogan of love for all, hatred for none. But to commit to that slogan in the times that we're living through right now, with so much injustice in the world, so much violence, so much hatred, to keep committing to that central slogan of love for all, hatred for none, it takes tremendous courage. And I want to put on the record my respect for him for continuing that message through difficult times. So thank you again for welcoming me here today. I hope this weekend is inspiring to you as it is to me, and I look forward to continue working alongside the community in the future. Thank you.
MTA UK!
Thank you very much. Now, our next speaker this afternoon is another friend of the community and a Member of Parliament, Greg Stafford. He is a Member of Parliament for Farnham and Borden. This is where our Islamabad is based. Prior to his parliamentary career, Greg served as a senior director in the NHS. He's the secretary of the APPG of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community and a regular attendee at our events. Greg speaks with great conviction on the persecution of Ahmadi Muslims, and we are very grateful for his support. I welcome him to come and say a few words.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here at the 60th Jalsa Salana. Although we gather here in the constituency of my neighbouring MP and good friend Damien Hines, this occasion is one that feels very close to home for me. As the Member of Parliament for Farnham and Borden and as the Secretary of the All-Party Parliamentary Group for the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, I have the real privilege of representing Tilford, which is home of the Mubarak Mosque and the Islamabad headquarters, where His Holiness resides. That is something of which I'm immensely proud. Over the years, I've been very fortunate to visit Islamabad on many occasions, and every visit leaves me with the same impression: extraordinary warmth, impeccable organisation, and a community united by a genuine desire to serve others. And what strikes everyone who encounters the Ahmadiyya Muslim community is that its values are not simply spoken, but they are lived. And they're captured in those 5 words: love for all, hate for none. We see those words put into action every single day through the work of Humanity First, through donation drives, through the support for those in need, through interfaith engagement, and through countless acts of quiet service carried out by volunteers across my community and communities across this country and across the world. This is a community that doesn't simply speak about serving, it actually rolls its sleeves up and gets on with it. And that example matters enormously, particularly at a time when too many seek to divide us. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community continues to demonstrate that genuine faith inspires compassion, neighbourliness, and a commitment to the common good. Sadly, we have to acknowledge that Ahmadi Muslims continue to face persecution in many parts of the world. Men, women, and children suffer discrimination, violence, and intimidation simply because they wish to practice their faith peacefully. We've also seen a deeply concerning incident here in the United Kingdom, reminding us that freedom of religion can never be taken for granted. As Secretary of the All-Party Parliamentary Group, I've consistently raised these issues with both the Foreign Office and the Home Office ministers, and I will continue to press for the right of Ahmadi Muslims, and indeed people of all faiths and none, to worship freely, safely, and without fear. Freedom of religion or belief is not a privilege, it's a fundamental human right. And what has always inspired me is the response of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community to such adversity. Rather than bitterness, you respond with dignity. Rather than anger, you respond with service. Rather than division, you respond by building bridges. And that is a lesson to us all. So before I finish, I want to pay tribute to the leadership of His Holiness. His guidance continues to inspire millions across the world towards peace, compassion, and service to humanity. And we are exceptionally fortunate that his home is here in the United Kingdom. Finally, my sincere thanks to the organisers, to the thousands of volunteers whose dedication has made this remarkable event possible, and to all of you who are gathered here today. It's an absolute pleasure to represent so many members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Parliament, and an absolute privilege to represent Islamabad and His Holiness. And I wish each and every one of you a peaceful, joyful, and memorable Jalsa Salana. Have a wonderful afternoon and a wonderful rest of your event. Thank you.
Nara Takbir! Islam Ahmadiyyat! Jamaat Ahmadiyya Alamgir!
Thank you very much, Greg. Our next speaker has traveled all the way from Nigeria. His Royal Majesty, Dr. Alea Lawa Oba, is the paramount ruler of Yu land and the chairman of Ogun State Council of Oba. His Majesty is a friend and partner of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat in Nigeria, a member of the Ahmadiyya institution in Nigeria, including the venue of the annual Jalsa Nigeria, are within his domain. His Majesty has shown goodwill towards Jamaat, supporting the growth and development of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. We are delighted that he's traveled from Nigeria to be with us today, and I invite him to come and say a few words.
I bring greeting from Nigeria in the name of Almighty Allah. Love for all, hatred for none. On the joyous occasion of the 2026 Jalsa Salana International Conference here in London, I extend my warmest greeting and heartfelt congratulations to His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, the worldwide head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, and to all delegates gathered from across the globe. On behalf of the people of Nigeria, I express a profound appreciation to His Holiness for his visionary leadership and unwavering support for the advancement of education through the establishment of Mineral University in Ikirun, Osun State, Nigeria, and the Masroor International Technical College in Ilaro, my domain in Ogun State, Nigeria. These landmark institutions are already making meaningful contributions to human capital development, moral excellence, and the empowerment of future generations in Nigeria and globally. We are equally grateful for His Holiness' gracious approval, directing the relocation of the annual Jalsa Salana Nigeria back to Ilaro in Ogun State, Nigeria, to enable us continuously to demonstrate our love for the Jamaat. This decision has brought renewed vitality to the conference in Nigeria, leading to a steady increase in attendance, greater fellowship among members, and remarkable growth in the activities and outreach of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Nigeria. As your distinguished guest and friend from Nigeria, we remain deeply appreciative of the cordial relationship that exists between the Ahmadiyya community and our people. May Almighty Allah continue to bless His Holiness with sound health, wisdom, strength, and a long life in His service. May He grant continued peace, unity, and unprecedented growth to the Ahmadiyya community throughout the world, and reward all its leaders and members abundantly for their noble service to humanity. I wish the 2026 Jalsa Salana International Conference every success. Thank you, and may Allah's peace and blessing be upon you all. Love for all, hatred for none. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Nara Takbir! Jamaat Ahmadiyya Nigeria!
Thank you very much, Your Highness. Our next speaker is Professor Brett Shafts, who is a professor of law and the director of International Center of Law and Religion Studies at Brigham Young University Law School in the United States. He has written extensively on law and religion, and is the leading international voice on religious freedom and the protection of minority rights. He's attended Jalsa Salana before and has traveled from the USA to join us again this year. I'm delighted to welcome him and invite him to say a few words.
Thank you. The mission of the International Center for Law and Religion Studies is to help secure the blessings of religious freedom for all people in all places, and human dignity for everyone everywhere. We have been working shoulder to shoulder with the International Human Rights Committee for more than 20 years. Zafrullah Khan was Pakistan's first foreign minister and president of both the United Nations General Assembly and the International Court of Justice. He was also one of the architects of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Zafrullah Khan was also the person most responsible for the inclusion of the right to change one's religion or belief being included in Article 18 of the UDHR. In a showdown on the floor of the General Assembly, the Saudi Arabia delegate, Jamal Baroudi, argued that in Islam, apostasy is a serious sin, and so Article 18 should not include the right to change one's religion. Zafrullah Khan responded with two arguments. First, Islam is a proselyting faith. Since it wants people to convert, it would be hypocritical to say there is no right to change one's religion. Second, Zafrullah Khan pointed out that in Islam, there is a sin even more grievous than apostasy: hypocrisy. To require people to profess a faith they do not hold is to require them to be hypocrites. At the end of the day, Zafrullah Khan's argument prevailed. The UDHR was unanimously adopted by every nation that belonged to the United Nations in 1948, including every Muslim majority state, with a few notorious abstentions, such as the USSR, South Africa, and Saudi Arabia. Of course, Zafrullah Khan was a member of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Even though he is undoubtedly the greatest international diplomat in the history of Pakistan, his memory has been marginalized, indeed almost erased. Just 1 year ago, there was a new chapter in the systematic erasure of the memory of Zafrullah Khan. In January 2025, under the cover of darkness, a mosque built by Zafrullah Khan in Daska was demolished by Pakistani authorities. The destruction of the Zafrullah Khan Mosque stands as a stamp of shame and disgrace upon the state of Pakistan, a stark symbol of the ongoing consequences of constitutional policies of religious discrimination and intolerance. As a scholar committed to human dignity, human rights, and religious freedom, I honor the memory of Sir Zafrullah Khan and decry the effort to desecrate his memory by the destruction of the Zafrullah Khan Mosque. And I stand for and with the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Thank you for the opportunity to be here with you this weekend. Congratulations on this magnificent gathering.
Nara Takbir! Islam Ahmadiyyat! Jamaat Ahmadiyya USA!
Thank you very much, Brad. Our next speaker is Stephanie Jensen, who is the mayor of Heidelberg in Germany. Stephanie Jensen represents the European Coalition of Cities Against Racism, a network committed to equality, inclusion, and respect of every citizen. She has been a long-standing friend of the community in Heidelberg, promoting inter-religious dialogue, strengthening social cohesion and inclusion. In April this year, she had the honor of meeting His Aqdas Ayatollah bin Aziz. I'm delighted that she has joined us here today, and I invite her to come and say a few words.
Peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for inviting me and for giving me the opportunity to experience my first Jalsa Salana. Looking out across this gathering, I don't just see thousands of individuals, I see thousands of hearts brought together by shared faith, shared values, and a commitment to serving humanity. Whether you are here in the audience or watching live across the globe, it is impossible not to be moved by the spirit of this moment. Especially now, when we are living in time of conflict, uncertainty, and growing polarization. Across Europe, and particularly in my home country of Germany, where we are witnessing the rise of forces that seek to divide people instead of bringing them together. Gatherings like this remind us of something our world too often forgets. Despite our different backgrounds, we are capable of coming together in peace, respect, and unity. Today, I am here in two capacities. First, I represent the European Coalition of Cities Against Racism, a network of cities in Europe committed to equality, inclusion, and respect for every human being. Second, I'm the mayor of the city of Heidelberg in southern Germany. Two of my main responsibilities are to protect human rights for everyone and to foster interfaith dialogue. And for more than 50 years, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat has been an important part of those efforts in the city of Heidelberg, in my city. Your community has shown us what your motto, love for all and hatred for none, truly means, not through words, but through selfless service to others. And as you heard, in April, I had the honor and privilege of meeting His Holiness during a private audience that left a lasting impression on me. What touched me most was His Holiness's unwavering conviction that peace is not an abstract ideal, but a responsibility that belongs to each of us. For me, peace is not only a result of international negotiations or global summits. My message to you as a mayor is this: it begins much closer at home. It begins in our neighborhoods. Every act of kindness creates one further place where peace can grow. That is exactly what the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat contributes to my city and what all of you contribute to communities wherever you live all over the world. So thank you to you all, for being such a valued partner in building stronger, more compassionate communities. I wish you all a blessed Jalsa Salana. Peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum.
Nara Takbir! Jamaat Ahmadiyya, Germany!
Thank you very much. Our next speaker is His Eminence Archbishop Angelos, who is the Archbishop of the Coptic Orthodox Church of London, a post held since 2017, and he heads the Coptic Church in the UK. He's a champion of religious freedom, and in 2015 received an OB for his services to international religious freedom. He's a close friend of the community and has the honor of meeting Hazur Anwar and has participated in a number of our events. I welcome him and invite him to come and say a few words.
Thank you. Sisters and brothers, I greet you in the name of our Lord and wish you peace, grace, and blessing. I come to you as a friend, having been introduced to your community over 10 years ago through my dear friends Farid Ahmed and Lord Tariq Ahmed. And that was a wonderful window into your community. I've had the honor of sending recorded messages to your jalsas in the past, and I'm very blessed to be able to join you in person this year on your 60th anniversary. Coming from a Christian church that understands your experience, we, as a church that numbers around the same as the Ahmadiyya community, that has in the past and sometimes until now faces persecution on the religious front, we understand the pain but also the witness. We know that religious freedom is by no means something that is gifted by international treaties or agreements. It is a God-given right extended to all. And while you and I may differ in what we believe to be our true faith, we stand together for the right to each and every person having that faith, living that faith, practicing that faith, and where it needs to be, changing it. I give thanks for the witness of the Ahmadiyya community here in Britain, a vibrant, organized, faithful, loving, collegiate, collaborative, and corresponding community. And I pray that this gathering continues to be a blessing to you all. I've had the privilege of meeting with His Holiness and many of your members, and I pray that you continue to be witnesses to the right to have freedom, advocates for those who suffer, and a presence of peace and grace in a world that is so in need. Once again, I wish you every blessing and grace and pray that your community is blessed, protected, safe and joyous. God bless you all.
Narae Takbir! Islam Ahmadiyya! Jamaat Ahmadiyya UK!
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. Our next speaker is Reverend Bernard Longley, who is the Archbishop of Birmingham. He was appointed as Archbishop by the late Pope Benedict in 2009 and has served in a number of senior roles within the Catholic Church, promoting interfaith dialogue. He is currently serving as the Vice President of the Bishops' Conference of England and Wales and the Chair of the Department of Dialogue and Unity, and he will also convey a special message of support from the Vatican. I welcome him and request him to come and say a few words.
Dear friends, I'm delighted to be with you today alongside your other guests and friends. And I'm very pleased indeed to bring a message from the Dicastery for Interreligious Dialogue of the Holy See in Rome. Your Holiness, dear brothers and sisters of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, I wish to assure you of my spiritual closeness and to extend to you my warm and fraternal greetings on the occasion of your annual convention. As we all know, interreligious dialogue, coming to know one another, is not an optional activity, even amid the complexities of our increasingly technological world, but a necessity if we wish to build a future where authentic life can thrive. The recent encyclical letter of His Holiness Pope Leo XIV, Magnificat Humanitas, on safeguarding the human person in the time of artificial intelligence, proposes listening and dialogue as the common ground upon which justice and fraternity may flourish. As Catholics, we regard all who sincerely seek truth, goodness, and beauty as companions on the journey, and consider them as precious allies in defending the dignity of every person and in caring for creation. Indeed, the deeper horizon of the common challenges we face as believers in this unique creation willed by the Almighty extends far beyond the ethics of technology. Our ultimate concern is the safeguarding of authentic humanity. The decisive challenge confronting our societies is not merely technological, but also moral and spiritual. As His Holiness Pope Leo XIV reminds us, it is imperative to cultivate hearts that love the truth, prefer what is right over what is merely attractive, and seek wisdom rather than immediate efficiency or success. Wisdom, rather than technological power, thus becomes the decisive criterion for genuine human progress. Peace. This is my heartfelt wish for each of you and for your families. It is not an illusory or utopian peace, but one born from the disarmament of heart, mind, and life. Such peace is a gift received from God and nurtured by overcoming hostility through dialogue, practicing justice, and embracing forgiveness. With these sentiments, I pray that the Almighty may fill each of you with His merciful love and divine blessings. From the Vatican, dated the 16th of July, 2026, George Jacob Cardinal Kuvakad, Prefect. Thank you.
Narae Takbir! Jamaat Ahmadiyya UK!
Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Abdul Haq Siri, who is a Canadian lawmaker, educator and community leader elected to the House of Commons in 2025. Prior to his work in federal politics, he served nearly a decade as Montreal's City Councillor and Vice Chair of the Public Security Commission. He remains deeply committed to philanthropy and co-funding multiple non-profit that empowers youth and supports community integration. He's a good friend of the Jamaat and has traveled from Canada to be here with us in Jalsa. I'm delighted to welcome him and invite him to address the convention.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's a deep honor to stand before you today, before this ocean of faith, ocean of devotion and brotherhood. Every year, Ahmadiyya Muslim community remind us of something simple yet essential. Peace is not a distant dream. It's built here. It's built among us. It's built day by day. Your motto, I carry it with respect, love for all, hatred for none. In a world that fractures too easily, these are not just words. These are not just words, they are actions. They are schools. They are blood drives, open hands, and open doors. When I see you now, I'm thinking of my riding. My riding is Bourassa in Montreal in Canada. The riding I proudly represent in the House of Commons of Canada, where diversity is not a burden, but our greatest strength. You are a pillar of that strength. Ahmadiyya Muslim community are a pillar of that strength. As a parliamentarian, I commit to standing with you, to defending your right to pray in peace, to exist fully, to contribute whatever having to justify your place. Alors, aujourd'hui, à cette Jalsa Salana, je vous dis grand merci. Merci pour votre exemple. Merci pour votre foi tranquille. C'est tranquille, mais avec votre engagement bruyant pour l'amour, pour la paix. Continuons ensemble à travailler pour la paix, un acte de résistance pour chacun et chacune. Thank you very much for invitation. Thank you very much for your example. Thank you very much for the organization. If I may, I want to give a big thank you for thousands and thousands of volunteers. Thank you so much. وجزاكم الله عنا كل خير. بارك الله فيكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
نعره تكبير اسلام احمدیت جماعت احمدیہ عالمگیر.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Farid Fakhruddin, who is the Special Advisor to the Ministry of Religious Affairs in Indonesia. He's also the Director of the Center for Islam and Global Challenges at the Faculty of Islamic Studies at the Indonesian International Islamic University. His research interest encompasses Islamic studies, the anthropology of Muslim societies, and contributed significantly to academic scholarship on contemporary Muslim societies and Islamic thought. He's a close friend of the Jamaat and has traveled from Indonesia to join us at the Jalsa Salana. I welcome him and invite him to come and say a few words.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good day, everyone. It is a great honor to be among you in this wonderful Jalsa Salana 2026 in this wonderful place. I am Farid Afsainong, a lecturer at the Universitas Islam International Indonesia, and I also work as a coordinating special advisor to Indonesian Minister of Religious Affairs. In Islam, peace is not just a goal. It is a way of life. It is a lifestyle. In fact, the word al-Islam comes from the same root as as-salam, which means peace. Therefore, Muslims are taught to treat others with kindness, justice, and compassion, regardless of their backgrounds and beliefs. The Quran encourages people to make peace whenever possible. The Holy Quran also reminds us that all human beings are created with dignity. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ demonstrated forgiveness, patience, and mercy even towards those who oppose him. His example teaches us that true strength lies in resolving conflicts with wisdom and respect. Since his assignment at the end of 2024, the Minister of Religious Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, Nasaruddin Umar, has strongly introduced the curriculum of love as one of flag programs within the ministry. Many has misunderstood that this is only about teaching materials in schools and madrasa. However, beyond that, the curriculum of love will be a very strong foundational qualities to establish peace and love among people around the world. My deep empathy to any bad experiences in the past, but we must have a strong belief that we will have a better and brighter future for peaceful life for all people, especially for people of different faiths, including brothers and sisters of Muslim Ahmadiyya in Indonesia and around the globe. As members of one global community, we all have a responsibility to promote understanding, reject hatred, and build bridges between people. By practicing respect, forgiveness, and compassion, we can contribute to a more peaceful world. Let me end my part by quoting one ayah from the Quran, وَرَحْمَتِي وَسِعَتْ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ. Allah said that my love and blessings encompasses all things. Love